Good afternoon, everyone. Today we find ourselves at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. I'm up here near the parking lot where I guess you could call the check-in is. It's right behind me, and I'll turn around and show you that. Not your typical check-in. You drive through with your motorhome camper, and you go through those gates, and they check you in and tell you where your spot's going to be. Now, this resort is huge. And when I say huge, I mean this resort and campground is 750 acres. 750 acres. So, not to disappoint anybody, but there's no way I'm going to cover every campsite in 750 acres. We're going to kind of hit up the stuff here that's at the parking, because this is where you can do your trail rides and things like that. And then we're going to go to the Meadow Crossing outpost. That's where your main pool is. And there's a trading post there and some snack bars and activities. So we're going to see all that. And then we're going to go down to the Pioneer Hall. And I keep looking that way because that's the road to it all. Go down to Pioneer Hall, see where Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue is, see where another restaurant is, another trading post, the boat transportation to Magic Kingdom. Wow, there's a lot to cover here. So I guess I should get going. Let's do this. So the check-in gates are right there, and at the front here is where you will find buses to Disney Springs, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, everywhere except Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom picks up at the back near Pioneer Hall. You can see all these golf carts parked here. This resort, like I said before, is massive. It is 750 acres. They do have internal bus transportation, like this one here. This goofy bus is going to Settlement Orange, which is an orange route. There's 3 routes, I do believe, plus Meadow Trading Post and Pioneer Hall. But the way to get around is a golf cart. Disney will rent golf carts to you. There are also a ton of third-party golf cart companies that will come and drop off here, or are used to. I know, I guess I should double check on that. But Disney will rent them to you. If you want to do any kind of trail riding, or if you're staying off property or at a different resort, they offer trail riding here to anyone. You check in up at the check-in, and then you come over here to that building right there, and that's where you'll check in for your actual trail ride. And then this is where you get the horses. And they have a little section up here that helps you get up onto your horse in case you need help. And then they have this day stables here where you can come and see all the horses. They have a larger stable in the back if you want to come see the big draft horses. And we'll visit that back at Pioneer Hall. I do not have a golf cart here. We are now going to wait on a bus to get us to the Meadow Crossing outpost. That is where the majority of your amenities are if you are staying here. So that is where we will head next. We have made it to the Meadow Trading Post. So we will enter through the trading post. We'll take a look at some of their resort-specific merchandise, and then we'll head out the back door to where like the bike barn is, and the pool, and the campfire sing-along spot, and check out all these great amenities this campground has. Ah, look at this bag. That is so cool. It is $190, but it is cool. That's for the spare tire on your trailer. Now, Chippendale is the mascots of this campground. Oh, I'm loving that mug. They do the campfire sing-along at night, which I will insert some video of later because we have done it. All right. Oh, and then they have the Smokey Bear stuff, like at the Wilderness Lodge, if you've seen that video. Only you can prevent wildfires. I would rather be canoeing. Oh, that's for Hoop-Dee-Doo Musical Revue, which is also here. Look at their ears with the acorns on them. In the Fort Wilderness. Like I said, Chippendale will appear everywhere. Oh, look at the camp chair. That is nice. Look at this lounge fly that's specific to here. It's like a camp backpack. It's got the Tri-Circle D Ranch, the Meadow swimming pool, Pioneer Hall, all the patches for all the different places here. And then a bag that kind of matches it with all the same patches. Let's see how much this lounge fly is. $90, which makes sense. It's a little bit bigger than a lot of the other lounge flies. And it's more of a regular size backpack. I mean, a little bit smaller than a regular size backpack. But I mean, I'd wear that lounge fly. On the other side of the outpost, over there is where we found all the kind of merchandise for the parks. They do have some sundries here. You got drinks, Lunchables, things you might need for your campsite, toiletries, bread, snacks, charcoal lighters, citronella candles. So, you know, since this is a campground, there is also the necessities. As you walk out the back doors of the Meadow Crossing, you have across the pond over to your left is where the bike barn is for rentals. You got your canoe rentals, and down there is where the movies are at night, and the Chippendale Campfire sing-along. We are going to head over this walkway and bridge to the right to go check out the splash pad, the Meadow pool, and the snack bar that's over here. Okay, we have arrived at the Meadow swimming pool. Right out front here, they have, of course, a resort refillable drink station. If you have the refillable resort mug, easy for me to say. They have a pool table. Hey, how are you? And a ping pong table over here for recreation stuff. And just around the corner, they have an arcade and a snack bar. Right here beside the pool is the Meadow snack bar. As it says there, open daily 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And they have some nice little snacks and things. So you got, you know, a turkey sandwich, a chicken sandwich, chili cheese dog, ooh, pulled pork loaded chips. That sounds really good. Might have to give me some of those. And then your Mickey pretzels. They have drinks and hard drinks also, beers, mixed drinks. Oh, and I didn't notice over here that they have desserts. Ice cream novelties, banana pudding. And then they have their snacks listed over here. And then right next door is your arcade. Typical Disney style arcade. And on the other side you have bathrooms and changing rooms. I'm not going to go into the pool and film. There's a lot of families enjoying their summer vacation, but I will kind of give you a feel for the pool. They do have a water slide like most of your modern and deluxe resorts. They have some hot tubs over to the side and plenty of seating everywhere. And then a splash pad off to the side. Back behind the pool, you have shuffleboard, and there's always ample cart parking, as in golf cart parking, everywhere around here, because that is the more popular mode of travel. I did want to show that back behind the pool are tennis courts. That walkway is closed off right now. I don't know if they're renovating the tennis courts or what the deal is over there, but could not show them to you at this point. They also have this gem mining set up here where you can go buy like some sand and some bags of gem and then gem mine here. So that is another activity. I'm telling you, you could vacation here at the campground and never go to a park, and you would have an excellent time. Here is the boat barn and recreational rentals. So gem mining, you can go anywhere from $10.49 to $32.99 for the mother load. They have kayak rentals for $8.50 for 30 minutes. Bicycles are $20 for the day. You can do fishing here. This is some other stuff you can do because they're on the lake, which we'll see when we get to Pioneer Hall. They do firework cruises. Those are $4.50 each. Guided bass fishing excursions. Wow, backpack adventures. And then this one for oh my goodness, 7 and older, they have an archery experience here. It's a little over an hour and it's $49. So like I was saying, I mean, even more stuff you can add to your list of things to do here. This is by far my favorite place in the campground. It doesn't look like much during the day, but this is where Chip and Dale's Campfire sing-along happens at night. It is, I'm gonna insert some footage of what it's like. I just wanted to kind of show you what it looks like during the day so you can kind of get your bearings here.
Looks like Chip and Dale had some sugar back in the cabin. It's Chip and Dale, great sensational corporation. They are Chip and Dale. Oh yeah! Right foot in, right foot out, right foot in.
Shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. It is amazing. And then you got the fire pit over there on that side, and the fire pit here where you can bring your own marshmallows and roast them. Or at the food truck over there, you can buy s'mores kits, and we'll go take a look at that. Now, this is the main entrance we came in here where the cart parking is. I'm gonna show you where the ADA accessible entrance is. Here's a schedule. You have the Campfire goes from 7:30 to 9:30, but the sing-along part with Chip and Dale is from 8 to about 8:30, and then the movie starts at 8:40. And you know, it might change often, but that is their list of movies right now. So coming the sidewalk around back behind the movie screen is where you can get ADA access, a paved path. And I was just talking to one of the leaders here, and she was so nice, telling me kind of how everything works and, you know, the best times to get here, and that, you know, usually about 30 minutes before show if you want to kind of guarantee a front spot. But as we move over here, before we get into the walkway that is ADA, there is the Chuck Wagon. Now this is open in the evenings for the Campfire. As you can see, it's just across from it where the whole show is going to take place. But during the evening, when the movie's going on and the fireworks and the nighttime show, you can see they have some hot dogs and Caesar salad and those pulled pork loaded chips again. Oh, and then your pretzels and snacks and things like that. And then the s'mores kit is $9.99, comes with chocolate and marshmallows and graham crackers, and of course your drinks. And it is located just right here. Now, here is where we ADA accessible. Cut across here. Okay. So you can get to this fire pit on a paved path. And then if you want to see the show, you can take this paved path along to the back and come up through the middle. You go, and these yellow markings on the ground here are blocked off for ADA. So if you can transfer to one of these seats. And if you can't, you can pull your wheelchair right up here. And this would be an excellent side because Chip and Dale come right down this walkway here. They come out of that building, right down this walkway, and that is a covered stage. And this is where they do the hokey pokey at night. And then after all that, they have the movie. So even if you're not staying at the campground, you really need to come check this out. We just got dropped off by the bus at the settlement. There is the Tri-Circle D Ranch across the way there. We'll check it out after we check out the settlement. But at the settlement here, you have the Hoop-Dee-Doo musical Revue, Trails End Restaurant, a Wilderness Arcade, and of course the Marina and the Trading Post. Down there we can see people lining up at Pioneer Hall for Hoop-Dee-Doo, and we'll head that way. All the cabins here have been recently renovated, and they look like these tiny homes. I've not been in one of the new cabins yet, but they're opening up a welcome center here because DVC is doing some of the cabins. So you'll be able to come here and check out what the interior of the cabins look like shortly without having to stay in one. Pioneer Hall is where you see the Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review, and these are people checking in for it. If you are coming off of the campground to see it, I would recommend taking a boat from Magic Kingdom because it will drop you off right back behind here instead of taking a bus to the front and then having to ride the interior resort bus. A lot of the times here, weather permitting, they have horse-drawn excursions. So they have the carriage rides, I'll show you where those pick up, and wagon rides. So that's even more stuff you can do here without having to go into the parks. As we pass the Pioneer Hall where the Hoop-Dee-Doo is, we'll go to Trails End Restaurant. This used to be a table service restaurant that recently in the past maybe year and a half, they turned into a quick service restaurant, but it has some excellent food. Oh, you can get pizza by the slice, cheese, pepperoni, vegetable smokehouse. That buckaroo bread I've had, it is amazing. And Trails End cookie. Oh, they got ice cream served up here. And then they have grab and goes for the family. I know I mentioned this in another video, I think the stable video, but you got cornbread and ribs and brisket, fried chicken, and then, oh my goodness, a family size apple cobbler. And this is that buckaroo bread. Oh, it is amazing. But all you have to do is order here. They have their menus posted and then they get it ready for you. They have plenty of seating in here. And when you order your food, they'll actually bring it out to your table. But here is the Crockett Tavern down here, where they have cocktails and a full-service bar, and your arcades in the back. And I'll show you when we get outside that you can also access this bar from the outside. Here is Crockett's Tavern to go. You can get all your drinks, full-service bar here to sit on the porch and enjoy them. And then across the way is a settlement trading post, which is very similar to the Meadows one. Here is where they will tie the horses and pick you up for the carriage rides. You can see here, unfortunately, you can't feed or pet the horses, but this is their water trough and where they'll wait for their next ride in between the restaurant and the settlement. They do have a couple different Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review shirts here, since this is located right by it. And I do like this one. Of course, I'm a sucker for ringer tees. Look at any previous video. As you come down from the settlement trading post, they have this beautiful beach here with all these Adirondack chairs that go around and look out into the lake. And if I'm not mistaken, you should be able to see Magic Kingdom's fireworks over those trees. You won't be able to see the castle, but the fireworks go way up in the air. Finally found a map of this place, but it does not do it justice. I'll insert a link in the description below of Disney's map of it so you can see all the spots and all the bus stations, because here they have it really compact in and make it look like it's such a small resort. But the map online that gets into detail will give you an idea just how large this place is, and you can better see where your campsite might be if you know. Here is more information and where you would check in for any kind of fireworks cruise or guided fishing excursion, and here are the boats for those, the pontoon boats. This is where the boat will pick you up to go to Magic Kingdom. But our last place on our campground tour is going to be the Tri-Circle D Ranch. We're going to go check out some of the horses. And here we are. The barn at Tri-Circle D Ranch. This is where you can see the horses and also get pony rides for the little ones. Yet another activity here at the campground. Look at them getting ready to go out for the night. These guys could be going anywhere from, you know, Port Orleans Riverside does carriage rides, here does carriage rides. So there's no telling where they're getting ready to go, but they're getting all prettied up for their night out. Down at the end of the barn is where you have the pony rides. And then of course you have some of the large draft horses here. And they all get their own little Disney name tags. Like this is Skylar and she's a Clydesdale. Pony rides are for people under 80 pounds and under 48 inches. Oh, here we got Dolly, Dory, and Buster. So this is Red. He's one of my favorites to visit here, but he never gives me the time of day, and he's way too busy eating right now to even think about me. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the campground. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, please just drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. If you thought the video was okay, at least, if you wouldn't mind subscribing and liking, that helps us out a ton. We'd really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll link in the description below a map of this place so you can just get the gist of how big it is. Like I said, there is one other pool. It's a tiny pool. It's in the DVC section. I shouldn't say tiny. It's a more standard square pool, not really themed as much as the Meadows pool. And that is in the DVC section where the cabins are. And there's various kind of playgrounds and things like that that are kind of sprinkled throughout, so you know they're kind of all over so kids can get to them. But you'll see those on the map. I think if I tried to hop on this bus and get to all of them, I'd be here for maybe 3-4 hours just trying to film some playgrounds. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.